Hi, I'm Marta from Truth in Slimming, and I'm here with Edward Jackowski, who's a fitness expert. And I am going to do something that I've never done even with my husband, and that is I'm going to admit that I was wrong. And this is because a while ago I got hold of Edward's first book, which I believe is called Hold It, You're Exercising Wrong.
Yes.
And I read it, and he told me that through the book that I was exercising completely wrong for my body shape. And I didn't believe him. I was doing squats and lunges and all sorts of things that I shouldn't have been doing for what I thought was my spoon-shaped body. And then over the summer, I started to change the way I was exercising, changed my body, and I really felt that actually, without realizing it, that I'd been following Edward's program. And so I asked him to come to us today and explain it. And
Sure.
if I could start off by getting you to explain to everybody, what are the 4 basic body types?
You have ruler, you have hourglass, you have spoon, and you have cone. Most people, as far as women go today, are either hourglass or a type of hourglass and spoon, and most men are either ruler or cones.
That the basic theory is that there are different body shapes, and that if we exercise right for them, and I'll let you carry on from there because you'll
thank you.
explain it better than I do.
That is the real impetus of what we do, and that is teaching people how to shift their energy. And sometimes, if you don't have that yin-yang
Right.
with fitness, because fitness is very emotional, especially with women.
It's a good thought. Yeah.
Women may get on the scale in the beginning of the day and say, oh my God, I gained 2 pounds, and their whole day is ruined. But it's not about the scale. It's about that people are built differently. People have different needs. People have different exercise moves that are going to give them both the fitness, health, and the aesthetic benefit. And that's what we do. We're
Right.
trying to re-educate the country, the world, on what they think they know about fitness. And it's not their fault because they're inundated every day with media articles, and they hear and they read. Fitness is defined by having 5 components: flexibility, muscle endurance, muscle strength, cardiovascular, and body ratio, which means whatever someone weighs, how much out of that 110, 20, 30, 200 pounds is good lean muscle mass versus body fat.
Okay.
So what that means is that each and every time that we exercise, we need to work out in a fashion that hits and addresses all those 5 components. And that's why no one's fit. So what we try to do, and what Exude tries to do, is to go in and say, look, we're the troubleshooter. Let's have a checkoff list. How many days a week you're going to work out? Can you maintain it? What are your goals? What's your body type? What are your medical and orthopedic constraints? And you need to have a blueprint and a plan before you go out there and embark, and that's why people fail. So let's take a body type of a spoon. A spoon body type is someone who's built like this, and on the bottom, they really get a little bit wider.
Pear-shaped, we call it in England.
Right. So let's give an example. Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
is a good example.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So if Hillary reads that article
Yeah.
that, hey, I got to lift weights to have more muscle. Now she goes on a stair climber or a spinning class or does lunges and squats. Hillary will become firmer.
Which is what I would exactly think to do.
And
by the way.
Hillary
Yeah,
would
yeah.
also become much larger.
Right.
For her,
Okay.
take a ruler body type who's built straight up and down, a Cameron Diaz type, okay? That person should be doing what Hillary's doing.
Right.
And Hillary should be doing what Cameron's doing. The problem is with fitness, we gravitate towards things we're good at.
Yeah.
So spoon body type men and women, since they have strong and powerful
Well,
legs,
yes.
they use them
Yeah.
because it makes them feel good. So what we do is we give the solution. Hey, you have an hour. We figured it out. People have an hour 3 to 4 days a week. The average American works out. There's only 2 out of 10 people work out 2 days a week. That's it. It's remarkable if you think about it.
So what are the common mistakes that each body type will make that you found over the years?
I love that question. And it's got nothing to do with people not trying. And we have to be very positive here. The good thing is, no matter what your body type, anyone watching this, everyone and anyone, despite your age, can transform their body to be as great as they want it to be.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. At the age of 50, I managed to change my body shape, and I thought I'd been this shape all my life, and I began to see some real changes.
But what we have to also understand is that what we weigh and the shape of our body are not tied together. What we eat affects our scale weight. How we move affects our shape. So you could be, let's say, take an hourglass. Your arms are a little chunky on top, your saddlebag area is a little big, your thighs are a little bigger than you want them to be. So let's say you weigh 155, 60 pounds. You're 5'4". You're thinking you got to weigh 135 pounds. Not going to happen with your body type and your frame. However, you get on the scale in the morning. You weigh that, and it's like it sets your tone for the day. So you go on a diet. You lose 5 pounds. But those problem areas are still there.
Yep.
So the only way to get rid of your body as far as problem areas is to rid your body of fat in certain regions. And if you're going to put that time in with your exercise, you better get something back.
Right.
It's the number one reason why people stop an exercise program. Think about it. Why? This is an incredible statistic. Health club membership in the last 10 years has doubled. We're 12 pounds heavier today than 10 years ago.
So
So
something's
obviously
going
a
wrong,
dilemma exists.
Yeah.
If more people are working out and we're heavier, are we eating more? No. We're going to the gym, but we're not even burning that many calories. And then when we do burn the calories, we're burning calories in a fashion that's getting our bodies bigger. So you go home and you think, oh, my mom had big arms. It's genetic. I'm going to have big arms. No, not true. Your mother didn't have the choice that you now have, that you can exercise properly for your body type.
Right.
You do. But people don't want to give up what they're comfortable with.
Yes.
That comfort zone. It's like I like to take my spin classes, a spoon body type. They love to do spinning because they're good at it. So sure, you're good at it.
Yeah, and guys like to lift weights.
Right. So, but your rear end is getting bigger than a house.
Yeah.
You don't know why. You think, and then you go on a diet. It still doesn't get smaller, and you never really associate it with the type of moves you're doing.
So let's take an hourglass body. What's the most common mistake that person will make that you found?
Squats, lunges, spinning class, lift heavy weights because they're strong upper body and lower body.
That sounds like me. What about a ruler?
A ruler, they will go and do mainly aerobic exercise, and they will not stretch. And rulers have characteristics of tight hamstrings, low back issue, and when they put weight on, it goes on their tummy area first. So 5 pounds on a ruler is equivalent to maybe 15 pounds on another body type, where you can get away with it, especially an hour. The beautiful thing about being an hourglass is that you could put weight on, it goes on all over. So no one even knows if you gained 10 pounds.
And what about a spoon or a pear shape?
They do a lot of things like leg press, spinning classes, step classes, elliptical, which is a big no-no.
So, and so the last body type will be the cone, I think.
Yes, only about 5% women are cones, but about 40 to 50% of men are cones.
Okay.
So what do you do with a cone body type? It's like, get them away from the weights as far as heavyweight. You still got to give him that fix stuff. He's still got to go to the gym and lift the weight. But we're going to make it lower weight and higher rep. Let's stretch him out, do some ab work. He's going to feel better. Get him on a cardio machine. So that's what we want to do, is re-educate people what they think they know about fitness.
Yeah, changing the mindset, which you did for me.
I'm just a messenger.
Yeah.
And you know the messenger sometimes, as when you first read, you shot me. And I didn't take it personally.
Yes, I was skeptical. I'm sorry.
And that's okay. But we've educated you now, and the most important thing is, don't you look better in your bra and underwear?
Totally.
Because that's really all that matters.
Okay, so Edward, this has been great fun and really informative, and I can't thank you enough for coming along to talk to us at Truth in Slimming.
It's been great. It's been great. Very educational. We want to help people, right?
Thank you. And also, I heard you had a little surprise for us as well.
Yeah, anyone who gets onto our website from Truth in Slimming will receive anywhere from a 15 to 25% discount on all of our products and services, and get onto our website, www.exude.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And if you want to read more about Edward and my articles, then look at the description box, and we'll send you some links to the website.